saying don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Saying don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smiled at the rising sun. 3 little birds was by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melodies pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you. Hey everybody, welcome back. In today's lesson, I'm going to be going over the song 3 Little Birds by Bob Marley. So grab your ukulele, get it tuned up, and let's get started. All right, to kick it off here, we're going to take a look at the riff. Now, this riff would be played if you were going to play with somebody else that wanted to play the riff, but the riff happens throughout the song. I kind of call it the signature riff for the song because it kind of continuously happens throughout the song over and over and over again. And I'm going to show you the simplified version of it, and then also kind of a way of jazzing it up a little bit. So to start off, I'm going to use my thumb to pluck the individual strings. So the position I want to be in is I take my right hand and grab the bottom of the ukulele here underneath the body, and then with my thumb I'm going to just use that and set it on the C string to start, because that's where my first note is. I'm going to play through the riff for you guys and then break it down and explain how I'm doing it. So that riff happens 4 times in the beginning of the song over the C chord progression that we're going to talk about a little bit. To start off, I'm going to play my C string open. So here's the first note of the riff. The second note is middle finger on the C string 2nd fret. Third note is back to the open C string. So we have the next part of the riff. We go down to the E string and we're on the 3rd fret with our ring finger. So now we have the next note is an open E string. So now we have, and then the final 2 notes, we go back to the C string and we play 2nd fret with our middle finger, and then the C string open. So here is that riff all together, nice and slow. Alright, so we looked at the simplified version of the riff. Now I'm going to show you kind of how to make it emulate the organ sound that you're hearing in the recording by implementing some hammer-ons and pull-offs to kind of give it a little bit more of a feel to the riff. Initially, the riff was this. And we're going to turn it into this. So the way we're going to do that is on our first note here, where normally we would play, we're going to turn this into a hammer-on pull-off. So the way we do that is we play the string open on the C string, and we're going to hammer and pull off with our middle finger here on the 2nd fret. So it'll sound like this. So the key to that is really make sure that you get some force going towards that string so that you can hear this 2nd note ring out. So you only pluck the string once, but you achieve 3 notes with it. So 1, 2, 3. So try that nice and slow. It might take you a little time. You can also kind of try to grab the string a little bit with your middle finger so that it kind of pulls the string a little bit as you do that. So those are the first three notes with the hammer-on pull-off. And don't worry, there's tablature for this to check out as well, so you can spend some time going through this on the website. The next notes are just how they are in the first part of the riff, or the first version of the riff, sorry. At the end of the riff, we implement another pull-off. So instead of going with 2 plucks, we hold down the 2nd fret on the C string and pluck the note and pull it off. So it should make 2 notes with 1 pluck. So it sounds like this. So in order to do that, you really want to kind of grab that string so that you get that 2nd note. So you really have to kind of pull off, just like it says. So here is that riff, nice and slow, with the hammer-ons and pull-offs added in there. And you could even pull off here in the middle of the riff if you'd like, or you can just do that as single notes. So try it out, take a little time with it, and you know, see what feels better to you. If you want to just do the regular pluck for each note, that's cool. And try the hammer-on pull-off if you want to jazz it up a little bit. So we're going to take a look at the Reggae Strum. So we have a whole tutorial dedicated to this with a couple different ways to do it, but we're just going to briefly run through it here for you guys. The first way that I like to do the Reggae Strum, nice and easy, because it's all built around the feel of that uplifting. That's what reggae gives you, that bounce. In order to do that, you base this whole thing around an up strum. So what I like to do is I just take my hand, cover the sound hole, and I brush up with my fingers. You can use 1, 2, or 3 fingers. And then I just set my hand back down on the base of the instrument. So it's up, clap, up, clap, up, clap. A little bit more to that strum, if you'd like. You can mute it with your left hand, where I'm going up and then covering the strings with my left hand to deaden the sound. So, all right, so taking a look at the chords we're going to use for this song. The first chord is a C chord, and the C chord is just played with our ring finger here on the A string on the 3rd fret. Should sound like this. I'll also note I'm using a low G string ukulele, so you're going to hear a little bit more bass resonance going on. Second chord, 2-finger chord. Middle finger on the G string 2nd fret, index finger on the E string 1st fret. That's the F chord. And the third chord, a 3-finger chord, the G chord. G chord is middle finger here on the A string 2nd fret, index finger on the C string 2nd fret, and ring finger on the E string on the 3rd fret. And that should sound like this. So those are the 3 chords we're going to use throughout the song, Three Little Birds. All right, so let's take a look at the first section for the song. So this is what I would like to call the chorus section, but I'm going to call it the A section. The chords for this section, there's just 2 of them, C and F, and they go back and forth. Now the trick to this is how many times you play those chords. So bear with me here, but we're going to start on the C chord right when they come in with Don't Worry About a Thing, and that they play C 8 times. Then it goes to F 4 times, back to C 12 times, F 4 times again, and then finally it ends with C 4 times. So let me play that for you with the lyrics, and try to play along with me at home. We're going to do this nice and slow. It starts off with Don't Worry About a Thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Saying don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Alright, moving right along here to the verse, or what I'll call the B section of the song. The 3 chords we use for this section are C, F, and G. And this is the chord progression that we'll use. Now note, each chord is going to take 4 times through the strum pattern. So just remember 4 times for each chord. And the chord progression is C, G, C, F, C, G, F, C. So let's take a look at that together, and I'll play through it with the lyrics so you can kind of get a feel for the section and how many times to do the strum pattern and all that good stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rise up this morning, smiled at the rising sun. 3 little birds by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melodies pure and true, saying this is my message to you. So now that you've had a chance to play through each section individually, go over the chords and the strum, let's put both of these sections together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smiled with the rising sun. 3 little birds pitched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melodies pure and true, saying this is my message to you. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching today's tutorial on 3 Little Birds by Bob Marley. We really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you leave them in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel, and for more information with tabs and an in-depth look at this song, jump over to allforuke.com where we've got you covered. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.